we're about okay.
There's
We're
that.
distance enough.
Yep. More than a metre.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So here we are at beautiful Sandy Gallop.
Had a good day today.
Yeah, no, been good fun. So just did a solo vlog. So it's no, good fun, good course. It's good that we can get out.
We're pretty lucky that we can get out, right? We sort of said that during the round.
So anyone that's watching, Al is standing further back. He's got a bigger voice than I have. So we are trying to do...
We're trying to do the right thing. Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, I give him a kiss every time I see him, so it doesn't matter, right?
That's true.
I'm joking, and sorry that people...
That's that rash on my face.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we are pretty fortunate that we do get the ability to come out and have a hit.
Yeah. Yep.
I suppose there's plenty of America. It's like, I think 48% is playing.
And yes, and the other half
is not. Practically all the UK is no dice.
No, pretty well. And I imagine some other countries pretty much the same. I think New Zealand shut quite a few courses.
I think New Zealand's pretty much.
Because New Zealand's been on, so we've been on level 3, right? And New Zealand's been on level 4. So they're looking at dropping back to level 3, which is where we're at the moment.
Well, they just jumped straight into it, right?
Yeah. They were very tough, very quick. But it shows don't have a lot of cases there, so it's
Sweden's doing all right too. Like that's one thing that interests me. Sweden.
Yeah, they had a bit of a kick up, but
but this is going to go in. This is going to go in waves.
Yep. Well, they allow crowds as long as they're not over 500.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean.
Yep.
But it's bad. So you might still get the cases, but you're not going to get the deaths because they're allowing the younger people to go out and work and do their thing.
Yeah.
But the older people to be looked after.
Yep. It's a bit like what we said.
It's basically don't go looking.
If you've got some older relatives that have medical problems, they're the ones that you probably want to stay away from.
That's right.
My dad's 80. We haven't seen him for a little while. Before all sort of the lockdown, I went up and said hello and spent some time. But he's doing the same. He just goes. Him and Mum just go and shop when they have to. He still goes for a walk every day because the thing is, you want to keep yourself a little bit.
You want to keep it
active or doing something. So whether you've got some hobbies to do or something, you can't just sit in your house. It's going to make it terrible for you.
Worse.
If you're lucky enough to a place like Australia where we do have some backyards where you can chip a ball round or have a putt or something, at least you can go out in your yard and you can sort of go, right. They have been, people can walk.
Yes.
You basically just can't walk in groups and stuff. And it's been good, golf. And I have spoke to some people that haven't played golf for 6 or 12 months, but because it's one of the few things open, they've actually gone and had a hit. So maybe those people might continue now and realise, what a great game it is. So hopefully it'll all calm down a little bit. It'd be nice to be able to move. So in Australia here, we've obviously closed the borders between New South Wales and Queensland and South Australia and Victoria. It'll be nice to eventually open some of those back up.
Correct. So, and I think we will. It seems like things are starting to change a little bit from I suppose a domestic, like a state thing.
Yep.
Interstate. So Queensland looks like it's changing a little bit by the time this vlog comes out.
Yep.
It doesn't mean we're playing groups of 4 or anything. Again, it just means that we'll be able to travel pretty much for non-essential stuff, still keeping distancing and limited numbers of people being around. So look, it's ever changing.
I think most of the clubs have been pretty good. I think most of the members, like talking to people were around the place, whether it be Virginia or up here, and people were saying that people have adjusted to it pretty good.
But I suppose you have to. It's either one or the other, right? You either go no golf, no nothing, sit at home, but you be locked down completely. That's it. Or listen to a little bit of this, play a bit of golf, groups of 2, don't touch each other, don't swap cards. Don't congregate. You know what I mean? So
look, there is some leeway for it. Like you can ride in a buggy, obviously family members. So if you bring your wife, you can both be in the buggy. Your children, that obviously, if the child, Maddie was saying that if the child's got a license, they basically have their own cart. But for myself, where the boys are 10 and 12, clearly I could ride in a cart with one of them. which makes perfect sense because you have to be sensible. We live in the same house.
That's right.
So we're touching the same stuff in the house, TVs, whatever else. So, I'm glad some people looked at it and were sensible. The problem is things come out and everyone jump on board and they go, oh, hang on, right, you can't do
Two
this,
people in the
that,
car, we're going to
else.
shut you down, this is the end of the world. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
and
biggest, that's the issue with people just
it was
carrying on.
more about trying to stop groups coming together. So clubhouses was the big thing.
Yeah.
Where after a round of golf or a monthly medal where you get 20 or 30 people sitting around a clubhouse together, and of course, people are shaking hands and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that was more what they wanted to do, not necessarily shut golf courses.
Yes.
And they realised that there are a lot of golf courses that are very easy to access. So they don't have fencing around it. So they weren't ever going to stop someone wandering onto the golf course and playing a few holes. And really that was going to happen.
In saying that, in Victoria I see a couple of people who are posting them walking along a golf course because it's public access.
Yep.
Just walking their dog, but they're not allowed to play golf.
Yeah, and see,
that's what I don't get.
Because golf's one of those things that generally, if you play golf, you have your own gear. Like I said, when I take the boys, they have their own clubs.
Correct.
So we get out of the car and we give them a wave, and because we're not playing in a comp, so I don't have to go and pay comp fees. I'm just going out for a hit. We wander out, we have a hit. We're as close together as what we would be at home.
Oh no.
Whoop.
The tees are going off. Let's we'll be going.
Right, so
yeah.
we're socially distancing from the sprinklers.
From the sprinkler right now. All right. Let's plug that down. Let's do that again. You can get close to it. I'll get further away. Yeah, we're all good.
I'm back. So, yes, we're standing on the first tee. Sprinklers went off, so we've moved.
We have. Now, because we had nothing last week, what we've got coming up is Sandy Gallop, the old solo, old handsome solo over here. And we've got a few questions as well, I think, from around the place.
Yep.
I'll go Shawnee O'Reilly, always sending in questions. Guys, send in some more questions, it's great.
Yeah.
Questions, Al, just hoping on what podcast do you listen to? I'm hoping to get a list of some interesting ones. Maybe I have not given them a listen before. Many thanks. I just listen to podcasts on the way to work and whatever else. I generally don't listen to the radio. So for me, Joe Rogan, I've sort of listened to for about 7 years.
I don't listen on the way to work because it takes me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's
so
fair call.
So
well, that's why I was devastated when we moved from Kalanga, because it was like an hour drive.
Yeah.
And now it's even less.
And I think maybe I should look at it more when we're travelling to golf, because depending on where we play around the place, sometimes there is an hour in a car.
Yes.
So I probably should look at doing a little bit more of listening to a few people on that.
Correct. So I had Joe Rogan, London Real, I've sort of listened to a little bit of, but there's a podcast called The Team Effort, which is it used to be a radio show over here from Triple M. It was called Get This. It had Ed Cavalier, Tony Martin, Mick Malloy was on it a little bit, and so they sort of done their own thing. Yeah,
see, it depends what time of the day. Because I do like Mick Malloy. He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And Jane Kennedy.
Jane Kennedy.
Yep. The other person I've been listening to in the morning sometimes, and I think she's pretty good, is Corey Parker's wife.
Yeah.
She's only just come on the radio here in Brisbane. I reckon she's doing a really good job. She's pretty funny.
Yeah, podcast and radio are two different things, mate.
I know, but I like her. I think she's pretty cool.
But the sun in the background can't. Oh, who cares if you can't see her face? No one gives a rat's, right?
Yeah, yes. Look, there's not much to see.
Yeah, not much to see.
Yep.
But yes, there are a couple, and comment below on any other podcasts. I know the No Laying Up guys do a really good podcast.
Does The Rock do one?
I don't know. You should get him to sign that hat. But the No Laying Up guys do a really good YouTube channel, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. The No Laying Up guys, they're probably one of the best.
I do watch a couple of YouTube
Eric Anders Lang and No Laying Up, they're the two guys that I watch.
I've been watching Russell Heritage.
What?
He does. So he does golf instruction mainly on the video. It's actually not too bad. He's been doing some at home, teaching his wife how to play golf. So there's some very, very basic things. So I've been watching a little bit of him. He's okay.
Good
So
on you,
just
Russ.
doing it in his backyard, just some simple exercises to get your hips in the right place, and yeah.
Some more comments here from Muhammad Ismail. Alan was chubby back then. There you go, thanks, mate. It's true. I can get back there easy too.
Oh, I think anyone can get to that point, but no.
Oh, thanks.
Mate,
Rusty Bucket.
just goes to show. Do you know what? Put in a bit of work.
It's pretty much what it is.
Keep an eye on what you eat.
Just not so much of it. Not so much shit. You just eat too much food.
Yeah. Like you said, sugar and sugary drinks.
So good for you.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Correct. Jerry Manley, hi guys. Is there any course you have never played or haven't played for a long time that is near the top of your list for this year? Alan, do you prefer playing a long course or a short one? Well, we've both got a place down in Tasmania which we were about to head to called Ratho Farm.
Yep.
That's on our list for sure.
Yep.
Oldest course in Australia. Basically cattle yard stocks.
With the oldest golfer.
Pretty much. Like that'd be a bit of an experience.
Yeah.
There's a lot of courses.
Yeah.
There is a lot. Like it's almost any course really.
You really sort of forget, don't you? And then suddenly someone will mention a course and you go, oh yeah, right. Cool, I haven't played that for a while. Lots of good courses. Do you know still Byron?
Yeah.
I like to go to Byron. I only played it once.
Byron's still open. The guys like they're posting pictures still and they look mint.
We can't get there, but can we?
No.
So yes,
we need a pass.
So hopefully once all that stops, we'll be able to move around a bit and go to a couple of those places. And like I said.
And now, do I prefer to play short or long? And that goes for you too.
Yeah.
I'd rather play a long-ish course because my short game's crap. You know, like a short course like here, let's say like Sandy Gallop, I would call a reasonably short track, but there it's quite tight in spots.
Yep.
Which is good fun. But there's a few holes out the back, and even more out the back than anything, that are around that 300 metre mark. That if you hit it, good, you're somewhere near the green. If you miss hit it or you're a bit average, you've got that 30, 40, 50 metres away, which is not which I don't like at all.
I suppose longer irons aren't my specialty, so obviously probably a shorter course where you can get closer to that 100 metres.
Yeah, you sort of like that number a lot more.
So you get closer to that 100 metre mark, then you saw by those first few holes, I was about that 100 metres.
Yeah, so talking today.
Quite a bit. So probably that. Like I said, once you start getting to that, having a hit at 150 in or
those
160 or 170 in, it's. But having said that, do you know what? It is nice to go to some bigger courses.
It's good to go to a variety.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
So somewhere you've got those par fives where, not because I think I can eagle them, but because I feel that I might have a chance of a couple of birdies for the day.
Like an easy par, maybe a birdie.
Yeah, and that's what I look at. You go, all right, cool, we got 4 good length par fives here, but if I get 4 good drives off,
and then you flush it next, you
get
maybe
one
get
down there, then I look at it and go, all right, well, gee, at worst now I'm close enough. I chip on 2 putt, I get a par. If I can hit a good iron in 1 putt, so that you feel like you got a chance. I don't mind.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And then we got Butch Taylor. Good show, guys. We are under shelter in place in Houston.
Yep.
A few courses are open, parks exemption. Who is the guy sitting on Richo's left? That would have been Matt. That would have been Matt Clayton.
Matty Clayton.
Matty Clayton, good fella who's actually from out here.
Yep.
Sandy Gallop.
Yeah, he's out here.
I know you've introduced him, but sometimes this old man can't follow.
Yep.
You're not that old, Butch. You're a good-looking fella.
No. Matty's very good bloke. This is where the first time I ever met Matt was here at Sandy Gallop. Took to Matt as soon as I met him. It happens when you meet
just decent people.
Some people, isn't it, where you meet them and you go, do you know what, you just sort of click and, Matty's a really good bloke.
Yeah. Dry sense of humour, really good, simply will do anything for anybody.
Yep, no, good bloke, good what you call a good average Aussie.
Salt of
bloke.
the earth Aussie bloke.
Yep. So
Thanks for the questions. Now, we don't really have much more. Like, there is actually a quiz that people were doing, which I actually want to do in a separate video. It's called the Golf Nonsense List.
golf nonsense lists.
And it's basically like your pro and amateur, how many hole-in-ones, albatross, all that sort of, just going through all these questions, and we might do it in separate videos.
All right, cool. So the only other question
Yes.
was, I can't remember who
I
asked
forget who
it,
it was as well.
but it was about what the difference between striking the ball and hitting the ball.
Yes.
To me, I feel those days when you're really struggling where I can feel my hands getting thrown at the ball. So I'm really trying to guide it more so with my hands rather than just swing through the ball. To me, that's when I feel like I'm just hitting the ball. It can happen sometimes even with putting.
How's this? Kim Heinrich
Right.
posted, you should fly to Adelaide, some great courses
Yep.
on the I can't pronounce flu, anyway, peninsula. That is worth playing. Mount Compass, Links Lady Bay, Victor Harbour. Then road trip from Adelaide to Melbourne via the southeast. Have heard there are some really good golf courses down there.
Yep.
Head to Port Fairy. I've heard that is meant just quietly.
Yep.
Play Warrnambool if you want. Go through Geelong, finish off. A couple of hits in Melbourne. Dream week.
Yep. Road trips will come back.
More than likely. So New Zealand might take a backseat for a bit. We might do more of Australia because it'll probably be the first thing to open up. Also,
Yes.
there might be better deals and stuff start popping up. Because we don't get free stuff. We would be good to go and spend the money in Australia.
Undies.
Yeah, good call. Try.
No,
sorry, could you send me
well.
one of those?
Do you know,
Oh, bloody hell.
yeah, most companies are pretty good with us. You know, like, we always joke about it in bits and pieces, but it doesn't really matter too much. But look, it'll probably be some trips around here, certainly Tassie, and once they relax the border, I reckon maybe we duck down for a weekend or a night and do Ocean
Yeah,
Shores
Byron
and
and that.
Byron and stuff, because that's not too far away. And then we're just going to have to take it by there. So it's a bit like that with everyone. Do you know, anyone
Well,
that was looking at planning
I can't
to
find
do-
it, but the hit, what's the difference between hitting,
Yeah.
what was it? It was like hitting the ball, striking the ball, compressing the ball or something?
Yeah, and hitting,
hitting
the
the
ball. To me, like I said, I feel like it's those days when you're really struggling and I'm just controlling everything with just my hands.
Yeah, like
so I
you're
feel
trying
like
to
it's
control
just
it.
Throwing your hands at it. So you can get that a little bit with putting as well, where instead of just sort of putting through the ball, you sort of
Well,
hit
yeah.
at it. Like, and
You're
you know
you're
that
trying
day,
to do something.
you know that day's a struggle.
Oh,
And you're just going to do whatever you can to get that ball moving.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go home. You
I
battle
think
through it.
this is the
but-
hard thing because golf is a technical thing, but also a mental thing, right? So if anybody has played really well, let's say played crap the front nine, like it's a waste of time, whatever. Well, I don't know why I'm here. In the back nine, you play really well,
Do you know,
and then vice versa, play really well, they're not so bad. It's up here. You're getting your own way. You need to allow it to happen.
I don't even think it was a golf movie or anything else. I think it was just a movie. And they talked about life, right? And they said, life's about holding on and letting go. And I always looked at it and went, that's golf. Like, you need to hold on to that club, but then at some point you just need to let it go.
You just allow it to do what it's designed
And I'm
to
not
do.
saying physically let it go.
Yes.
But isn't it? You just sort of, you grip it, you hold it to here,
And
then
then
you just
go.
gotta
Let it go.
let it
Just
go.
get out of your own way. That's pretty much what it is.
So it's a fine line between a combination of those two things.
Yes.
Holding on, letting go. And I think when that all aligns, you feel like you're hitting the ball really well.
Yes.
Like, so that way then
That's
you
the zone.
you're not forcing anything, are you?
You're not
Like,
forcing anything.
And I suppose to me, hitting the ball is you're just forcing yourself at it. Like, and it's a bit like anything. If you ever play cricket or anything else, it's the same. You just sort of, like you said, you hit that zone, you're just flowing through it. As where there's other times where you're smashing at it, hitting at it.
Some planes, I'll tell you what.
Yep. But
Big planes.
yeah, otherwise, a few planes up this way.
Oh, look at that. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. So to me, that's probably the two differences. It's just that forcing of it more so than anything else. But Eddie, our photographer, the plane went 15 minutes ago.
It's just got the zoom. It's got the zoom. It zooms too far, not quite enough to get the whole lot in there. So to go for a walk.
That's what happens when you've got a zoomer camera.
Zoomer camera?
I don't know what camera you got.
Don't know.
I'll give him a plug.
What's one of those Wuhan phones? No, it's a.
An Oppo.
You do.
Hawaii. No, I don't have an Oppo.
Hawaii. Huawei.
Or Hawaii, whatever.
But you've had an Oppo.
I had an Oppo, good phone.
Great phones.
Yeah. Got pretty good on them. Might get a new camera.
Galaxy S20 Ultra thingy.
Yeah, but
Bit fancy.
you got shitloads of money.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'll lose it all.
I might get another phone.
Why? Give that to the kids.
Oh, probably.
I just gave my S10 away to the missus. You should have got in first.
Is that right? I'll have a look around.
There's
I
lots of other. Yeah.
I want a mid-range one with a good camera.
That's
so
right.
I don't want to get a real deal.
Gotcha.
I don't want to get a real deal one.
Gotcha. No,
because
it's all
I
good.
have it in my pocket at work.
I'll sort you out.
And I don't want to lose it. Oh, sorry, I don't want it smashed or caught in the rain.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But what else is going on?
I don't know. That's about it because we're trying to sort out what we're going to do. There's a lot going on.
Yep. But I'd like to say hello to everyone that does watch the show.
Exactly.
Look,
on the
you know what?
Instagrams.
We've tried to keep doing some stuff and putting some stuff up. It's not that easy around the place, but hopefully some people see it and enjoy it, and might break up their day a little bit.
I love it.
Yes. So hopefully it might break up their day a bit.
What an afternoon. Seriously, have a look at the afternoon.
Yep.
We have been very lucky with how good the weather has been.
Oh, mate, it's been beautiful. But look, hopefully some of our videos, it's just broken up some people's day, more than anything else. Rather than just staying home and watching TV or whatever else. Like I said, there's not much other stuff going on. Hopefully you learnt a bit.
Correct.
When you watch the one of me wander around, by all means, I probably didn't explain everything that I necessarily do through there, but if you need to ask some questions or bits and pieces, by all means, put them in, we'll answer them.
So at least the next fortnight we've got a few videos, and hopefully we'll get there and do some more stuff as well.
Yep. A few bits of equipment and bits and pieces. There's plenty of good deals around if you are looking for some stuff, so you can still get out there. There's people still fitting if you need to, so good opportunity to maybe tidy all those things up if you're looking at it. You're looking at some new wedges, clubs, whatever. Get yourself a putting mat, work on your putting, always handy. But like I said, there won't be anything new, I don't think, for a little while.
Towards the end of the year you'll get you some new stuff.
Yep, and then there'll be some new stuff out, but there's still plenty good stuff out.
Time to grab a coffee?
Sounds bloody good.
Bloody beautiful. Guys, thank you very much. This chance will come out on Tuesday. If maybe we'll do a quick little live Monday, something or other. If you go back in time to 12 hours from sort of now, maybe we'll do something. 24 hours from now, back there.
Jeez.
We might see that, but you'll see this. We'll just say g'day to people, I think.
Yeah.
It'll be just a quick 5 minutes or 10 minutes of sitting down, drinking a coffee and saying g'day.
Yep, sounds good. But you know what, if you can get out and have a hit, go and have a hit, enjoy yourselves. Otherwise, mate, stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, take it easy. Trying to get too frustrated with the whole thing, and
it's all getting better by a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Australia's interesting, right? So I don't want to sort of bring up politics, but Trump took away that money from the World Health Organization. Good move, bad move, depends on what you read, what you don't read, what you care about or not, what you're not. I think the facts are, at the end of the day, this has come from China. Well, sorry, no, I can't even say it's a fact, right? Because they're saying that it come from the American military.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to have.
It doesn't appear to have.
Yeah.
So they need to answer for something. I think it's really interesting where this is all gonna, where all the cards fall, and what happens.
I think it'll change some things about companies
I know what you're saying, but like certainly if we were more dependent on our own Australian-made products, or American-made products, or UK-made, whatever it is.
I think it's one of those things been coming for a while.
Yeah.
So if you have a look at it, with Britain and stuff, what happened? They want to bring back their
manufacturing.
Well, I think most countries do.
100%.
And they want more control over their countries. They want to be able to go, we're not happy, we're going to shut the borders. We don't care what anyone else thinks. This is the best thing to do for our people.
That's right.
Like, there's been too much thing of, oh, well, we're Britain, oh, yeah, but what about this and that and everything else? Ultimately, at the end, it's no different than your house.
That's right.
Now, you lock your house up because you feel that's the best thing to do.
That's right.
That's going to happen with countries as well, where they go, you know what, and like I said, New Zealand went really solid.
Straight away,
so
bang.
They have a different industry.
Of course. But still.
A lot of sheep, cattle.
They literally just went whoosh, got done.
Yep, they didn't want anything to affect that, so because they realised how devastating it would be for their country. So, but
interesting where the cards fall, guys. But thanks for watching.
Yep.
Stay safe. Thanks, Richo. Thanks to everybody watching. Put in your comments. Comment on Richo's video when it comes up.
Yep.
Handsome solo at Sandy Gallop, and we'll go from there.
Beautiful, a beautiful spot.
Beautiful spot.
Remember, rip in, rock on.
And rock on.
Beautiful. And don't forget, smash that like button.
You're
that's what you say, don't you?
Oh, that's what they say to say.
Hey? I don't know. If you don't like it, don't like it. Hit dislike. Who cares?
Yep.
I don't care. But anyhow, see you then. Beautiful.
See you.